Hello Technophiles! In this video I want to show you how I personally make videos from handouts for my students. So I'm going to introduce you to an app called Explain Everything, and I'm using this on an iPad, although you can use it in a browser, and I believe it is also in the Google Play Store. I'm going to import a file, I'm going to record some notes for my students, I'm going to export the video to YouTube, and then I'll show you how to share the video link. So let's come on over and I'm going to show you the screen here. Well, first let me go to Explain Everything. Now, here's the option if you are using it in a browser. You can just try it now, and this is a quick demonstration on how to use it. And if you have a touch screen like a Surface, this works really well. You just select your tool over here and then you can start drawing like so. I'm using a trackpad, so it's not as accurate as it could be, and I can record myself here. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm actually going to show how I do it with an iPad instead. So let's come on over, and here's my iPad. Alright, I do want to point out to you that there are more than one version of this app, at least in the App Store. So in the App Store, there's a blue one, and then there's a white one. And this white one is called the Classic or EDU one. So that's the one that I'm going to use. I paid for it once. I'm not sure how much it costs now, maybe $15. So I'm going to open that up. And I'm going to create a new project here. I can have a blank canvas, which is just a whiteboard. I can have a template of some kind that I've created or that are provided, but I'm going to use a file that I already have. So I can import pretty much any type of file, a PowerPoint in multiple slides. I can pull in JPEGs, even movies. So for this one, I'm just going to pull in some notes that I had for my students, and I'm going to import that. Now I've already created the from a Word document. I made a PDF, and so now it's coming in as a PDF. So I'm just going to insert it as multiple slides. Each page is a slide. My options are I could do a grid, a single slide, but I prefer the separate slides. So I'm going to do insert there. Now, first off, how do we want to display this? Since I am projecting it to my computer, I have the option, if I were in class, I would project it like this, so my students on the projector would see just this. But for you, so you can see the tools, I'm going to have it in this view here. Probably best to save it now so that you can do a name it, but for our purposes, I'm just going to jump right in. The tools over here, this is the hand. So when I grab that, I can pinch and zoom and twist and turn and do whatever I would like with that. If I tap the pen there, I can select my color and I can start drawing all over. I'm going to undo, and there's just a undo button down there that I can do. I can highlight, and highlight is just like a highlighter, as you can see. This is my eraser, so I can erase things, etc. So let me go ahead and pretend I'm recording this for my students. Hello. So let me, whoopsie. I'm going to start by pressing the record button up on the top. Hello students, and welcome to the wonderful world of polynomials in standard form. So we write this in standard form by looking at the highest exponent, and we write that term first. Then this is the next highest exponent, so I'm going to write that, negative 13x squared. And lastly, this is the last highest exponent of the power of 1. So now I write plus 11x, etc. Now if I wanted to pause, teacher, at any point, I can press this pause right here. So I press pause. So it's no longer recording, but what it has shown me is I have this timeline down here where I can see where I've talked, see my vocal cords there are creating a higher wave. I can see the colors I've used. So if I've messed up or I wanted to insert something else somewhere, for example, I wanted to talk more about the quadratic term here, then I can click up into here, and instead of mix, I can insert content at that point. Or I can overwrite if I've messed up, and overwrite just erases everything past. So, or if I'm just at the end here, I'm going to overwrite, and I'm going to pick back up by pressing record. And we're back. So I'm going to sign this here and done. Now, I'm done with the video. Thank you very much, students. Good. Now, I've pressed record to be done. So I have a 45-second video, and if I'm happy with it, then I go to the export button up on the top. So hitting export, I have options. I can export this as a single document, so a PDF, like an answer sheet of some kind. I can some image, a JPEG, but in this case I'm just going to export it as a video. So I'm going to post it straight to YouTube, although I could post it to Dropbox or Google Drive, etc. But I'm going to go straight to YouTube there. So in here I can provide description or a title, and then a description here. Down below, is this public, unlisted, or private? I tend to put public. And then here I can do publish. So it's going to go as slow as it's going to go. So I'm just going to pause for now and then come back when it's done. Now this is finished. So I can click OK, I can copy to the clipboard, etc. So let's go ahead and click OK there. Now I'm going to go over and show you what that looks like in my YouTube channel. So here in my YouTube channel, the video is uploading right now. And there we go. See, it's 51 seconds, and you can click on it, and I can even change the description in here to be a different one and save that. I can get my link right here. So if I did copy the link, then I can go and share that in my Google Classroom. Notice here, just playing it real quick.
Students, and welcome to the wonderful world.
So we see that that video is posted. Notice that what's not in this video is I don't have any of those the toolbars over there. It only shows my palette, excuse me, not my work palette, but just the screen part. So very cool on that. So that is how I record my notes for my students. In fact, after I record that note, then I create a QR code and I post it into the onto the PDF itself. Hope you found that helpful. Fare thee well.